And welcome everybody to Eastbound and Chell with your hosts Mike Naughty and Sunshine. Crack a cold one, sit back, relax, and get ready to get into it, boys. How you doing today, Sunshine?
I'm not too bad, man. How you doing?
I'm just sitting back, sipping doing the damn thing.
It be like that sometimes.
I tell you what, after the week I had, I'm happy to just let it all go down with a cold bubbly
or five.
or 10. Who's counting?
Oh my goodness. All right.
So we'd like to welcome everybody. We just completed week 4 of the summer season of LGAHL. Um, we're going to start this show off today by going through the standings. It's going to be a little different today. Power rankings aren't out because I guess the week hasn't ended yet. Big old ripola, but is what it is. But we're going to start you boys off with talking about the Eastern Atlantic Division because why not? That's where it's at, right?
I ain't mad at it. Shout out to Charlotte with a big 6-game win streak. Hello.
Oh,
Someone stop these guys.
I know, right? They still can't take over the top spot, though. Top spot is held by the Hershey Bears on a goal differential, but they take the top spot with 28 wins, 5 losses, 2 overtime losses, and 58 points.
I did want Paw to be here for this, but that may or may not have been my third line that beat his team for that
Oh,
fifth loss.
big
Sorry.
rip. Uh, but coming in second is the Charlotte Checkers, 28, 6, and 2, with 58 points, 8, 1, and 1 in their last 10. So they're lighting it up. They're doing a damn thing. No account for help, but they're getting it done.
Oh yeah, pulling away from fourth place. I mean, they're 17 points out of missing the lofts. I think they're pretty comfy.
Yeah, I think they got their sights set on a Calder. We'll see how that goes for them.
It's a
Coming in,
tough conference though.
yeah, coming in third is the Providence Bruins, where all your big points leaders are coming from. They're
Yeah,
20,
that guy King Lime likes to score goals.
and his partner Action Dave likes to pass the puck. Uh, Speaking of which, I was looking at Action Dave today, dude. Magnificent, I got to tell you. But they are 24, 10, and 1 with 49 points, just behind the Charlotte Checkers by marginal 11 points or 9 points. Um, Math. Who does math?
Not you, apparently. It's all good.
Big old ripola. Fourth place, trailing behind, are the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. For all those who don't know how to pronounce Wilkes-Barre, it's Wilkes-Barre, not Wilkes-Barre or not Wilkes-Barre. It's Wilkes-Barre. 19, 13, and 3, 41 points. 5, 4, and 1 in their last 10. Still posting a positive goal differential, plus 9, so can't be mad at it. Ton of one-goal games from all these teams. Ton of one-goal games. Boys are squeaking it out.
Yeah. Charlotte. Very good in one goal games. Big, what is it? Pull up the wrong numbers. Wrong.
11, 4, and 2 in one-goal games.
There it is. Yeah.
Hershey's 11, 1, and 2 in one-goal games. So if you're in a sweaty one, you don't want to be in with either one of those teams.
No, sir.
Pulling up fifth are the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, 18, 16, and 1.
Bit of a
Um,
disappointing week. They were ahead of the Pens last week.
yeah,
Dropping
yeah.
down here.
Dropping down a spot, knocking out of the playoffs. 3 straight losses at the end of the week will do that to you, I guess. -4 on the goal differential, 3, 6, and 1 in the last 10.
Mm.
Um, but they've had a ton of one-goal games. They're 12, 6, and 1. So if my math is correct, that's 19 one-goal games. How's that math for you, bro?
10 out of 10 would recommend.
And then the team nobody is talking about, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, 14, 16, and 5.
We can
Uh,
go ahead and skip them. Are they even a real team?
Bro, do they even count? Uh, 2, 5, and 3 in our last 10, yucking it up. Uh, they are, yeah, not relevant at the moment. So moving on. Our Fort Wolfpack in seventh, and Thunderbirds pulling up the rear with 23 points. Thunderbirds are making it very difficult to foresee them in any type of postseason. Um,
They're pretty much out of it already. Let's be honest.
with a minus 61 goal differential. I would agree.
Yeah,
Uh,
141 goals against. That is 100% leading the league. That ain't the way to do it.
no, Rip Morn, brother. I love you, bro, but whew, tough one for you, bro. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so there's your Eastern Atlantic. Hershey Bears, Charlotte Checkers running away with it. The rest of the pack is pulling up the rear. It's a real tight. Excuse me. I'm sorry, that beer's coming back up. Uh, real tight race for the third and fourth spot. With only what is it? 17 points separating third from seventh. I guess that's. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 17 points. That is correct. Math. Who does math?
No, no, it's 9
Is it 9? No, that's 17, bro.
from Wilkes-Barre to Hartford.
From Providence to Hartford.
Oh, yeah, Providence. Providence is pulling away
Hold on a
with
second. I mean,
Charlotte.
who does math? 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so there you have your Eastern Atlantic. Uh, it's obvious that Hershey and Charlotte are going to be the teams to look out for in that division as of right now, coming up to the midway point of the season. Um, good job on you guys. The rest of the pack, God bless.
They're all fighting for the right to get swept out in the first round.
Oh, big old Ripola. We're going to move on to the Eastern North. Go ahead, Sunshine. Why don't you start off with Utica?
Yeah, Utica taking over the top spot here from Laval and Syracuse. Another great week. I mean, these guys, I didn't think they would be this good, but they just keep winning, finding
Did
ways
you
to
see
win.
that move? They went from third to first like nobody's
Yep.
business. It was like a magic trick. They popped this,
Dude, for like 2 weeks, I thought that was the team that's going to fall down. They're the one that's going to fall away from Laval and Syracuse. They just bopped them like crazy.
bro. Last 10, 8, 1 and 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Ugh.
didn't
52,
think they'd be this good, man. They're amazing
a
right now.
plus 52 in the goal differential.
Yeah.
They're doing something
Uh,
right.
oh, for sure. Laval right behind them, 50 points on the year, 23, 8 and 4. Definitely no slouch. Syracuse right behind that with 49 points. Definitely no slouch. And then it's a disaster from fourth place on. I mean, 31 points. I mean, they're 18 points out of third place. Like, this is insane.
Well,
Uh,
big news. Toronto's only 10 points out of a playoff spot.
it's crazy. It makes no sense. Like, I would have. One of these teams has to pull away a little bit, you would think, but they all just keep kind of keeping the status quo. Like,
They're leaving it open
crazy.
for the Americans to pump back in and
Oh, the
repeat for that
Americans.
Calder.
Don't make me throw up. God.
Well, good on the Utica Comets to establish yourselves and step above the Rockets and the Crunch. Kudos to you boys. Uh, but you guys got to keep hard charging. The Rocket and the Crunch are going to keep coming, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
So there you have your Eastern division standings. Hershey, Charlotte, Utica, Laval, Syracuse look like the cream of the crop. The rest of the Wonder Boys are left scraping for the scraps. We're gonna move on over to the west here, to the other side. And sorry, I had to take a sip of my beer there. Western Central, Manitoba, keeping the top spot as they have all season, if I'm not mistaken. Um, San Antonio Rampage right behind. They're not going anywhere. So Manitoba Moose leading with 49 points. San Antonio Rampage are coming in second with 48 points. Chicago Wolves making themselves known with 45 points. 6-3-1 in their last 10. Um, plus 25 on the goal differential, so they're squeaking out a lot of tight ones.
Oh yeah.
And the Texas Stars are pulling up the fourth spot with 43 points, 20, 13, and 3. Um, the rest of the pack, Rockford Ice Hogs in fifth, Griffins in sixth, Wild in seventh, and the Milwaukee Admirals in eighth.
On a 14 game losing streak.
Yeah,
Ouch.
they've been very active though. They've been making some moves. I'll tell you that right now. Every time my news feed pops up, that's all I hear is about the Admirals making some moves.
They need to, man. I mean, 14 straight. That's rough. That's beyond rough.
Yeah, they are worse than almost worse than the Toronto Marlies right now.
Yeah.
So uh,
Treading on dangerous ground.
so there you have your Western Central Manitoba Moose taking the cake with the rampage right close behind. Chicago Wolves are making a push, and the Texas Stars are staying relevant. So moving on to the Western Pacific, where my partner knows a little bit about it, so I'll let him take over there.
All right, yeah. San Jose, they're continuing a good streak here. They're definitely the team that's going to be pulling away. Stockton, they were on a big losing streak, but they get 3 wins here at the end of the week to kind of jump back
Uh,
up.
I'm mad at them. They pulled out a tight one against me this week.
Uh,
Oof. Corn,
the goal,
Corn and I decided to try to teach me a lesson, but they were their match was held, but they took an overtime winner. I mean, I'm a little salty. I'm sorry.
help me out here, man. But the Gauls with a rough week, they're going to drop down here to third place. Ontario's going to hop Bakersfield, another team with a really bad week, for fourth place. Bakersfield, like I said, coming off a real rough week, they're going to drop to fifth. And sixth, you have Tucson, a stronger week, but they're still not quite there. Colorado Eagles are going to bring up the rear here with 29 points. And
But
this division,
it's all
yeah,
super tight, bro. It's all
yeah.
I swear to God, it's like oh, I can't say it. I was gonna say something I shouldn't say, but it is super tight. What is it? Between seventh and second, you got 11 points.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy tight.
And if you look, what stands out to me is the goal differential throughout all these teams. Most of them have a negative goal differential.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
How are the Gauls doing in third place with a minus 31 goal differential? Blows
I've been
my
trying
mind.
to figure it out all year, man. I've been
Blows my
saying
mind.
every week that they're going to fall down. They finally stumbled a little bit, but it seems like they either win a 1 goal game or they get blown out. Just they don't seem to do anything else. I don't know.
Blows my mind. I don't know how you do that. How do you maintain third place in a division with a minus 31 goal differential?
It also helps that our division is not very strong right now.
Barracuda are strong. I give you that.
Yeah, they're not doing too bad. Not at all.
All right, so there you have your standings for the end of week 4, coming into week 5, almost midway point of the season. Um, in the West, Manitoba, San Antonio, San Jose, Stockton taking the cream of the crop. Looks as though there's going to be a fight uh, in the Western Pacific for all positions, and the same with the Western Central. It's all pretty tight outside of the last 2 teams.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be a fun one to watch.
You know,
Definitely excited
it's
about
a
it.
lot different than last season. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah. I mean, last season there was definitely the haves and the haves not. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, so there you have your standings. Anything you got to add to that, Sunshine? I mean, I think that pretty much explains it. Um,
Yeah, pretty straightforward. We got the power rankings out here hopefully tomorrow. We'll see with the week 4 games getting finished up finally.
yeah. So it's going to be a little different. We'll see. We'll see if that gets us anywhere.
Yeah.
Moving on, we're going to talk about some notable trends that have been going on in the AHL this season, and we're going to start out with Sunshine. What do you got for us, buddy?
Disturbingly, a lot of management quitting. I don't like, and I don't know. I just things seem to be a bit more tense than usual. A lot of action centers, a lot of weird trades, no comp trades, NHL trades. It's just getting interesting.
Yeah. From my point of view, it looks as though the NHL is playing a bigger role in the AHL this season than it has in the past. Um,
Can confirm.
it looks as things are tight up there, and the boys are making moves, and it's having an effect on what's happening down here with us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So one of the notable trends I got is that goal scoring is at a premium. Um, uh, it happens a lot, and sometimes it doesn't. I've seen a lot of low scoring games. Um, So if you look at the goals for most of these teams, the top teams seems to be putting the puck in the net, but the middling and bottom feeding teams seem to struggle. So especially in your division, if you look at your division goals for, the San Diego Gulls have 87 goals.
Yeah,
For
it's not ideal. The goal scoring is good, but I think it's more so if you have good defense, you're going to get a lot more opportunities in the offensive zone, and you see a lot of teams with really good defense that are going to make the 1 or 2 quick passes to get you out on an odd man rush or a breakaway. And if you're score in those.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Another notable trend I got is the prevalence of the West line. Um, much more impactful than it has been in previous seasons. Boys have taken notes, gotten the word, and have established it. And if it's any outlier, it with King Lime leading with 59 points on the season, and his buddy Action Dave with 39. Uh,
It's all fine and dandy, but when you're in the playoffs in a game 7 and you don't have home ice advantage, that West line means absolutely zero.
I agree with you in the playoffs, but during the regular season, this has a big effect. And then you have teams out there not taking advantage of the code change, which you know is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, get your guys on a connection, and any advantage you can get, you gotta take if you're a manager. Absolutely.
Yep, yep. So there's your notable trends
Well, here,
for.
here we go. We got a bit of a special guest that might be able to speak from the crease. I don't know if goalies are real people, but we have Con in here to do a little Con's crease.
Oh, here we go. What's up, MD Con man?
How you guys doing? Been a little while,
Oh, it's good to hear from you, bro.
right?
Yeah, welcome to the
So,
show.
if I can chime in on that last little bit real quick, actually,
Here we go. Here we go.
definitely seconding what Mike was saying about, like, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on the defense. Like, the goal scoring's down, and it's not just because the goal scorers aren't scoring, it's because the defenses have figured out how to use what EA is giving you this season and really stepping it up more. The goalies are I mean, the goalies are hit or miss. I'll get into that more. But the defenses, I feel like, are playing better and better understand how to play in this game at this point. Because, at the start of the season, people are sliding all over the place. And when I say season with this, I obviously mean like NHL 19 versus 18 versus 17. Offenses start hot, lots of goal scoring, but the defenses figure it out. And they figure out how to not take penalties. And that's going in full swing right now in the summer season. So you got to have one guy on each line that knows how to find the back of the net. And I feel like the teams that are being successful, the other 4 guys are just playing defense and setting that guy up. I mean, you can look at that King Lime line. It's literally all they do is feed it to him. Yeah. If anything, the person I'm a little bit surprised isn't having more success because of that is, a guy like John Kenny, where he's always been a one-man line. And those
Gian. Oh boy, that's the name.
Gian. Yeah. Yeah. But so goalies are a thing.
Are they?
Really? Since when, bro?
I've been doing my article. People may have been reading it. People may have not. Humble brag, over 1,000 views on my first article this season, and already a couple hundred on my next one.
I hear you listen to Billie Eilish though, and I feel like your views no longer matter.
You even said that wrong. It's Eilish, bro.
Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. To be fair,
I'm so upset about that.
I actually, the number one thing I've been listening to is actually the Rammstein. Rammstein has been a big one when I'm playing games lately.
Du hast mich la Flag.
Yeah, I can just kind of like jam out, bang my head, bump my feet, and have no idea what the fucking words are. But, so, the biggest thing I want to call out is, I'm trying to stay on top of who's getting better, who's getting worse, and who's just, they are what they are. They're either really good or they're really bad. My biggest ups right now have been Glax at San Jose. I got to give him his due. I kind of snubbed him my first article. He called me out on it, and I told him, look, I almost gave you a shout out, and he has just been fucking phenomenal. I don't know if I can curse on this, my bad. He's just been a phenomenal goalie. Dragon Cess on Utica has been a huge part of there. You guys were talking about them earlier. They're come from nowhere to really step it up and take first place in that division.
Coming back from his ban, that's a big thing.
I thought Rocket were going to keep that 1 seed all season long, and Utica has shown them another thing. Miss Rogue as the backup goalie is a real solid get for them, too. I know her from a couple of things. She's honestly probably an even better D-man than she is a goalie, but she's adjusting to the AHL quickly. Huge ups to them. On your topic of the West lines, Party of One over in San Antonio is a West goalie, and they are making full use of that. With the other end of the spectrum, there's some bad guys. There's some bad ones. I don't know if it's their defense. I don't know if it's the goalies. there are some bad guys.
Looking your way, Mooner. Oh boy,
oh yeah. I defended Mooner last season. I thought his team was bad. And he played really well. He was in those All-Star games and played really well, even when he lost. But holy, is he not doing it this season? And he's got Morn in front of him this season.
He's rocking a 4.19 goals against average.
Yeah, nice. It's rough. It's rough. Moosopotamus is a guy who I gave a shout out as like, hey, don't forget about him. He hasn't been around as consistent, and he's just not doing well.
What about Pikachu guy? I mean, this is a goalie that everybody knows has the talent to do it.
Yeah, well, he's I believe I put him in my bottom tandems right now, right? Him and Creaky are Colorado Eagles. Now that said, the Colorado Eagles, I can tell you, there's not a whole lot of positive things happening in that locker room and on that team right now. So it's a little rough. I didn't want to call Pikachu guy out on that, but that team is not playing well.
So let me ask you this, man. How do you explain LaCourse 44 on the Stockton Heat?
So, let me switch over there real quick.
He's got 16 games played. He's 7-9. He's got a 3.25 goals against average.
So the Heat are rough. They had Fleury quit on them, and Fleury's a really good goalie, and he helped them start real strong. LaCourse,
came over from the Checkers, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I felt pretty strongly about a couple of goalies last season that I felt they were overrated because they played on really good teams. Hillier's a guy I still give him shit on my lists for being overrated in my opinion. And I felt I felt there was definitely a better of the two goalies on Charlotte last season, and LaCourse is not the one I thought was better. And he's playing on a less good team this season. He's not even seeing an insane amount of shots. He's faced 265 shots in 16 games. It's not a ton. It's not a little amount, but like
not getting peppered.
Well, as opposed to Mooner, who's faced 287 in 19 games.
Yeah, or me with 388 shots against in 20 games. Just humble brag.
I mean, if we're gonna throw it out there, my boy Headhunter.
Yeah, Headhunter's 362. Headhunter's in second place in the entire league, but he's got 2 more games played than me and like 27 less shots against. I'm just saying, humble brag.
I'm just saying he has 2 more games, but 2 more shutouts too. Hey-o!
Yeah, I have not had any. You know me, Sonny. I do not get shutouts anymore. I don't know what I do.
Big
not
choke
get
guy.
Shutouts.
It's fine.
Hey, I give you this from my team. Our goalie, our main goalie's only faced 242 shots in 17 games.
That's good defense.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We may not be winning a whole lot, but he's not facing a whole lot of shots.
And this is one of those frustrating ones as a goalie where it's like, if you're going to lose, you want to at least put up good numbers. So, I feel for the guy, but, it happens.
So from your take from that, MD comment with the defense, from what I took from what you said earlier, defense, stepping up this season and doing a little more, that gives us a better look at who the good goalies are, correct?
Yeah, exactly. It's coming to light more. If you're playing behind when you play behind a good defense, it's easy. Shout out to really throwback here real quick to season 4 World Juniors. My backup goalie Earl the Goat ECU 2 games for the Heat early in the season when they were playing better, and he went 2-0. But it's just when your defense is playing well, it's just such a game changer at this point in the league.
How about both of the Checkers goalies, Jason X1755 and LeFrancois 99QC? Both of those guys are having great seasons, huh?
Yeah, well, the entire Checkers team is just really good right now. Like, I'm not aware of many weak links on them. That entire team is playing so well right now. There's a lot of jokes amongst the managers that they're getting a lot of help from the NHL, but they're definitely getting less help than last season.
Their NHL team also had 15 draft picks in the first 2 rounds. Come on.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, I do want to get your opinion on one guy.
Yeah.
Corbs in Milwaukee.
Switch over there.
I'm not going to say he's a great goalie, but looking at his numbers and looking at the team he's on, I feel it's at least respectable. I'd like to get your take on him.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's so frustrating to be 3-15. I'm pretty sure I've been there as a D-man. I don't think I've been there as a goalie. Thank God. But he's keeping it to a 3.65 goals against at 3-15. He has not had the easiest of schedules. He's faced 344 shots in 18 games. the guy's getting peppered. You know, it would be nice to see him really step up and still have held it to like an 82 or 83 save percentage despite the shots. Get that goals against under a 3, and then it's utterly on the offense. But
Right.
because that's generally what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these goalies. You know, like just flat out good goalie. If you're over 85%, you're playing well, regardless of the scenario.
I got a shout for 19 games played. There's 3 goaltenders in the top 10: Jack Stogg, Crawling Bacon, and Glax. All of them under a 2.0 GAA.
Oh yeah, no, those are some of the top guys right now.
So I mean,
some of them will play on better defenses than others, but man, there's some good goalies out there this year. Glax has been amazing for San Jose. Party of one, like I said, they have taken full advantage of that west line. Jason X on Charlotte. Crawling Bacon and Ghost. Ghost is a little bit further down the list, but both Laval's goalies have been
What
insane.
about the reestablishment of Mallyman? Coming, not taking management this season and really establishing himself as
a huge fan of that move by him. I know it's not necessarily his choice or not, but Mallyman's a guy I'm definitely rooting for this season. Me and him have been chatting with each other this season since bidding started for the NHL, keeping an eye on whether each of us got bids or not and where that meant we were going.
He's got 3 shutouts.
Yeah.
3 shutouts. I mean,
he's an underrated. People forget that he's a good goalie. He gets so much flack because, you know, like, he doesn't always play with the best players, so sometimes you forget. He doesn't always have his best games, but he's a little bit more on that. I talk about it in my articles. I'm really big on goalies being consistent, being better than a goalie who necessarily can play a little bit better sometimes, but then plays worse.
I faced Mallyman this season, and he was outstanding.
Yeah. When he's on his game, he's phenomenal. The issue is he'll then randomly give up just the worst goals. He'll forget to hold short side. He'll just, like, he doesn't even get EA'd. He EAs himself sometimes. Like, he just has these, like, mental lapses of concentration that screw him. But for the most part this season, at least, he's really held them to a minimum. He's playing really well, and I'm happy about it.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you coming in and talking about goalies, MDCom, man.
No problem, guys.
I think right now we're going to switch over and we're going to introduce Pa Diddy. Welcome to the show, Pa.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Welcome to the show. We're glad to have you. How you doing today, Pa?
Doing good. Beautiful Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. So this leads us into our next portion of the show. Where we're going to talk about a little bit of restructuring on the media team here. So we're going to welcome Pa as a new member of the live media team for Eastbound and Shell. So everybody say hello and welcome, Pa.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Glad to come and help and build the show up as much as I can.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a little freer with it and be a little more honest with you boys, I guess. Not that we haven't. It's just a matter of we're gonna loosen the shoulder pads up a little bit. What do you think?
I definitely needed it. No offense to you guys, but that's what LG wants. LG wants a little controversial and maybe a little bit more calling people out and kind of a little. Not saying you're boring because you guys were doing what they wanted you to do, but we need to put some fire into the show.
Well, that's why you're here, Pa. You're here to light that spark, brother.
I'll light it, man. I got no problem.
So, with that being said, we are glad to have Pa with us. If nobody knows who Pa is the GM of the Hershey Bears, who happen to be in the top spot in the Eastern Atlantic. Ripple to me, but it is what it is. So, welcome to the show. Sunshine, you still there, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh, you're enjoying it? Oh,
yeah.
That's what I tell my wife every time. But,
ouch. Now, the question is, what's she tell you?
Oh, we're not going to go there. But that being said, congratulations on your season thus far, Pa. It has been definitely an interesting season. And we're going to move right in from this to tell everybody that the All-Star show, or the All-Star game, is on its way. and there's going to be a little bit of a restructuring of how that's going to work.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, so this season, as opposed to having three members from each position on the Eastern team and three members from each position on the Western team, we are going to break it down into one line with one alternate from the Eastern Atlantic, one line, one alternate from the Eastern North, one line, one alternate from the Western Central, and one line and one alternate from the Western Pacific. And we're going to have a play-in you're in. So the two Eastern teams are going to play each other, and the two Western teams are going to play each other, and the winner will face each other in the All-Star Final. So how's that sound to you boys?
Sounds good, but don't. I want to say this: don't blame the media team for the All-Star selection. That's not us. It's a formula. So don't blame us. It's not us.
See, Paul. Here's where you're gonna get off. They're gonna blame us regardless. So,
hey man, they can blame us. I'm letting them know if they want to be stupid and blame us, then go ahead.
Yeah. So to give everybody a heads up, we have a criteria to follow for All-Star selections. Now we do have the ability to make a few adjustments. One of those being that no free contracts will be allowed in the All-Star game this season. And that was a decision brought by the AHL media team. But a big spoiler, we're going to have an All-Star GM for every team this season. So there you have it. Unfortunately, Pa, since you're now a member of the team, you're no longer eligible. So big Ripola for you, brother.
Hey man, that's okay. I can sit myself out. I got one goal in mind. That's win the Coulter. So All-Star games, they're pretty, but
well, you're gonna have to go through me to get that, but that's okay.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
I'll go through you. It's okay.
Yeah, that's been tried and true, bro. And it, you've been weighed, you've been measured, and you've been found wanting. I'm just saying.
Well, let's just say you got to jump Pittsburgh. I'll be okay with Pittsburgh losing.
We do. We got some work to do on our team, but we're heading your way once we figure it all out.
Hey man, I'll draw you a map if you want.
Oh, that knife cuts deep. I swear to God, that knife cuts deep. Sunshine, Paw, and the rest of the media team are going to be working hard, and they just sorry, I'm getting a few messages here. Just so everybody's aware. That the criteria for the All-Stars is the same throughout all three leagues, through the NHL, the AHL, and CHL. I am required to tell you that, so I'm telling you. So the criteria to make the All-Star team is the same from the NHL to the AHL to the CHL, with the outlier that no free contracts in the AHL. Right, Sunshine?
Cool. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right. So we are past that, and we're going to get into a portion of the show that I believe everybody loves, including myself, which is Sunshine's Hot Take. Is everybody ready for Sunshine's Hot Take?
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
It's a bit of a rough one this week because there's some tight battles, but there's a lot of big gaps in some of these standings. It's a bit frustrating, but I'll throw my money here on Cleveland. My hot take: Cleveland is going to be the team to pull away from this little pack for fourth place there in the Eastern North. They're going to be this week and get her done.
So with Big Bad Wolfert and I'm a fifth liner, you say they are going to jump a few spots, huh?
Oh yeah, I think they're going to be the ones to pull away here. I have no faith in Rochester. I have no faith in. I already forgot who's in the spot right now. I think it's Belleville right now. Yeah, I just don't have faith in Belleville. I'm not huge on. I'm not big on Rochester.
So
giant on Binghamton.
I'm gonna let Pa chime in here in a few minutes, but I'm gonna bullshit. Sorry. Sorry, that came out. I've actually faced this team And I know a few of the guys, and I'm gonna call bullshit. Um, uh, just for simple fact of irreliable internet on a lot of these boys.
I mean, as long as you make it to the games. I mean, if you check out the schedule, Hartford Wolfpack aren't great. They play Toronto, which aren't great. They play Rochester. Springfield isn't doing real well. They play Lehigh Valley this week, who are not doing very well. And then the hard games, they have Utica, Syracuse, Laval, and Providence. If Providence plays one of their top lines, but I think Providence is beatable. So they got a fairly easy schedule this week.
I
I
don't.
don't see any reason why they can't
Let's
do
get
well.
Pa's take on that hot take.
I mean, you look at that division. It's I don't know, man. It's you got 3 teams, and the rest are just gonna fight for scraps.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever's gonna win that division.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. I'm not saying they're going to compete. I'm just saying Cleveland, I think, will be the team to separate themselves a bit here.
See, they need to score goals. I mean, you're looking at it. They've scored the least amount of goals in that division. If you can't put goals in the net, man, you're going to rely on your defense. And I don't know. To me, I see the Americans doing it. I see Nort's got one more trape in him. I'm waiting on it. So
yeah, but I don't.
If we're talking East or North, I really think Belleville is the better of all, the bottom 5. In my opinion, and just to prove my point here, I'm gonna pull up Belleville with Kershaw and Leafs. Let's see who else we got on here. Us, yeah.
I mean,
they just
my problem.
They have Big Lebunski on RD who hasn't played a game yet, but we'll see if he can do anything. Yeah, no, maybe I'm wrong. I don't see
I mean,
it.
my big issue there is Kershaw going out having a pretty nice week here. Who's on a pace to be better than he has been in a few seasons. He has a good week here. He scores 8 points, 2 in 1 week. But he's 2 points away from his entire point total of last season. So I know him and I like him, but I don't see him continuing to produce at a level that's going to carry this team any further than it already is. And I don't see I don't see the first line. You know, who's the first line that they're going to put out there, be confident they can beat just about everybody.
And that's what it's going to come down to, these 3 teams. I don't see too much depth on them. It's whose first line can first lines.
Exactly.
And consistently win. And that's why I picked Americans, because the Americans.
Which is fair, line. Yeah. They have all the talent, but it seems like
what is happening there? What is happening there? Yeah, let's do that. Let's pull up the Americans here real quick. They have all the talent, and why they're there where they are, I have no idea. You got Nort, Distracted, Polar. I give a shout out to my boy, a Rogue Pineapple. Been up and down this season, but he's still having a pretty decent season. The Birdman and Net, Keegan, Prima Flav, who plays better than he has been. I know he does. Yeep, who we all know who can play. I mean, they have the depth to do it. I don't understand what's going on there.
I think what you're saying is like, just because you get good players doesn't mean they play well together. And I think you're just seeing a bunch of players that just don't look to be meshing very well.
So what you're saying, it's no Chele and Lucente?
No, Chell and Lucente carried that team.
Oh, absolutely.
No offense.
And I mean, having John Kenny play as your second line center, you'll take that anywhere you go.
Well, and then you had Nort's line for third line with Keegan and
yeah,
you can't be mad at that. Yeah. Keegan and John Sherman. John Sherman.
Last year they were the Golden State Warriors. It's just unreal. But it's definitely not happening. I mean, it's a bit rough out there right now, and I agree with what Paul says that if you just look at the skill level, they should definitely be the ones that pull away. I don't trust this team. Bottom line, I just don't like it. I don't know why.
So mark it down, ladies and gents. Sunshine's hot take is that the Cleveland Monsters overtake the Belleville Senators for 4th place in the East and North. Both Pa and I disagree, but respectfully.
They might, maybe, if they have a bad week, I can see it overtaking. But in the long run, I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't see anybody out of that division doing well.
So, Pa, coming out of the East and North, who you got competing for the Calder?
Competing actually for the Calder?
Yeah, bro.
Bears and Checkers.
Uh, I said out of the east or north. See this? You don't hear me when I talk.
Oh, Eastern North. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
Big
hear the last
humble,
word.
big humble
Eastern
brag.
North.
Yeah.
Comets, Rockets, and Crunch. I think all three of them could fight each other and actually win that division. I
Man,
think
see
they're all pretty similar. Comets
I think
depends how they line up, that West line up against the other ones,
I,
but
I think the Rocket are the team to beat out of the east and north to be my take.
it's just hard to bet against Pelly, man. Pelly's battle tested.
No, I agree. There you go.
if
All right.
shirtless Pelly gets in the mix, we'll be toast.
Gatorade spray and Pelly. I love it.
Man, Utica just seems like I wasn't real high on them early in the season.
Their goaltending's
And even-
amazing.
Yeah, and even like the last couple weeks, I feel like I've been really down on them. But like, man, they just keep winning. I just didn't see it happening. Honestly, it's crazy.
All right. Well, in sake of time here, we're going to move on to our next segment, ladies and gents, which is a new segment to the show. It's In the Box with Mike Naughty. And we're in this segment, we're going to talk about defensemen because nobody ever does. So, in that respect, I am, to be honest with you, I was ill prepared for it because
no.
we just came up with it today, but we're going to go with it. So, in the box with Mike Naughty, we're going to talk about defensemen who are shining and defensemen who have put some coal in their face and are hiding in the dark. So, in that respect,
What an intro that was. Hello.
so in that respect, I'm going to give my love to probably the best defenseman in the AHL this season, who only ranks 8th as far as LG stats, but Matador's Dana. Matador's Dana is 11-1 this season in 12 games played. He has 17 points, 3 goals, 14 assists, plus minus 21. Dude is tearing it up and doing the right thing. And I know I watched that other show that came out this week, and he would love to play with his brother. But without his brother, he's doing fabulous. And bro, I'm going to give you all the man love I can. Matador's Dana is my pick this week for the best defenseman in the AHL. And now we're going to talk about the dude who's lighting it up in the penalty box. So B-Mac Attack 2389, bro. 10 games played, and you have 33 penalty minutes. I don't know if you like watching the game more than playing the game, but you gotta lay off that R1 button, bro. You're a minus 21 in 10 games for the Toronto Marlies. So there you have in the box with Mike Naughty. Just to give you a heads up. Well, maybe I'm not ranked. Where am I ranked? Oh, I'm ranked 13th on that list. It gives me a little bit of
Still too high, Mike.
a little bit of clout to be able to talk about this. Oh, too high? No, I should have 30 minutes. I should have 30 penalty minutes.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, not trying hard enough, man. You gotta hit them into the boards. Learn
So-
what that R1 does.
So if we want to talk about it, we're going to pull up Mike Naughty's stats here and talk about penalty minutes. Where are we at here? Penalty minutes. So for season 10, I had 52 penalty minutes. So if anybody's got a right to talk about penalty minutes, it's me. I'm telling you right now. Right now.
Mike, throw away your R1. Hip check, buddy.
Bro,
Hip check in the boards.
The L2 is killing me. You boys up front with that L2 crap, I swear to God. But I tell you what, I use it to my advantage because when I come in the zone, I put my butt in your face and you guys strip me all day long. You can't see it on these stats here, but I can't tell you how many penalties I've drawn this season. I digress.
Yeah, well, you got to put the R1 away this game. There's hardly any need for that.
I tell you what.
And you got to learn what the hip check button is in the boards.
Bro, that's elite. I've been watching dudes do it, and it's elite. What was it in 18? The hip check. What did the animation pulled you out for a hot second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this game it doesn't seem to be the case.
You also don't get a penalty hitting them into the boards either. You don't get 40
no,
charging or anything.
You're right, but what worried me was the animation pulled you out of the play for too long.
Well, if you go for the hit and miss anyways, you're screwed.
Which is the story of my life.
or if you hit them in the boards for boarding, you're watching from the box. So
but we can't all be sunshine and scoring 50 goals in one season.
Probably not scoring 50 this year, man. I'll tell you that much.
No.
Also, shout out to King Lime, who already has 50. Hello?
Yeah. Let me pull that up. Where's he at?
Yeah, how many third lines has he played? Because people don't know play as well.
Oh, here we go, scrub hunting.
He's gone the full John Kenny, man.
Hey, it's okay. I'm sure he's gonna play us Monday, so we'll see what line we throw.
Are you guys home or away?
He is home, so if he's gonna show up, he's gonna show up. If he doesn't show up, then we know.
Confirmed scared. Big call out. Let's go.
Yeah, so 50 goals, 9 assists, plus 31. What's really going on? 20 games, or 12 games, 50 goals.
I mean, West connection against third liners. I mean, that'll do it. It seems.
Yeah. But I'm gonna call out Mr. Freddie. You've been exposed, bro. You're on this list, and just an FYI, everybody, I put the clamp on you in some rando game. I'm gonna put it out there.
We talking about a rando game though?
Yeah, we are.
About practice?
No, but he had a squad with him. Don't get it twisted. He had a squad with him. But I did put the clamp on him, and we didn't allow them to score one goal. Just saying. And I was with some randos.
Maybe he was drunk.
It was 9 o'clock in the morning, I think.
It's Mr. Freddie. It's even better.
Yeah. I think we can confirm.
Maybe he didn't even go to sleep. Maybe he's like, man.
So I'm going to give this opportunity now for Paul or Sunshine to chime in with anything they like. This is free time, so go ahead, Sunshine. Give us what you got.
I don't have much. I think we're going all right. I would like to know if the Hershey Bears could teach my team how to run a power play. That'd be pretty nice. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I'm pretty excited to get some all-star stuff in. Excited to have Paul on the team. I was real happy Conman came on to give us some goalie perspective. I hope he's going to be around here for a couple shows. But yeah, been fun for me.
Yeah, I like it that we got every base covered. We got forwards, defensemen, and goalies. So I think we're in a good spot here, bro.
We got the people that matter, the people that try to stop us, and the guy that stands between the red things. I don't know what he does.
Do they even count?
No.
I just got a message from King here, and he says he played the crunch top line. So we'll give him one.
Okay, well let's confirm.
Yeah, he said he played the crunch top line, so that's Pelly, isn't it?
Oh, let me pull him back up here a second, boys. Hold on.
Let's pull him up. Let's give him the credit he's due.
Absolutely. I mean, you scored 50 goals. I don't care if you're playing third lines. You're doing something right.
Mooner was doing a bird box challenge here.
So yeah, he his last 3 games he played the Eagles, the Reign, and the Gulls.
Oh, geez, man! Anybody do anything on the Reign defense?
Well, let's see here. Providence versus Syracuse when he played. Davey, G. Campbell, working Ricefield, Dalton, and
that's
Brexy.
The third line from the
third line.
Third line.
Oh.
Hey, don't tell me I'm not doing my research, but you need to look at what line. Unless you're saying the crunch suck. If G. Campbell's their top line, good God, so goodbye to the crunch.
That's third line on the crunch. Get out of here.
Yeah. And he's talking about playing Maddens with the goals. My second line just crushed them like 10-1. Come on.
So I'm going to pull up his 9-1 game against the Gulls, his last game he played. Who did he play? So they played
Madden's line.
He played Madden's line. He did. He's absolutely correct. He played Madden's, Ludo Boss, Bardowski 69, Dolphin, who was an ECU, and Cynics Craft, and they had Moosopotamus in net. They dominated.
Ludo, who has since been traded.
Yeah, but they dominated them. I give them that. The shots were 22-7.
Maybe what he's trying to say, he's playing top lines of the bad team.
So
I'm curious now to see how many road games he's played.
0, I bet. King, I love you. You're a West buddy. It's okay. You do you, and come to the playoffs. You're gonna see.
Crash course. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I mean, he can play me all he wants. I'm Central, don't bother me, West, or whatever. So.
Yes, he has played 0 road games.
Oh, you can say the same thing with Pap or Dottie or whatever his name is now. The West play away game.
Whoa, what happened against The rain here. Hello. I just pulled up the stats. 2 ECUs in that game. What?
Oh, top line ECUs. Come on, buddy.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about scrub hunting here soon. I get the feeling.
I mean, I might have a segment for that.
Oh,
Cheeky bit of foreshadowing here. I like it.
Fake news. Fake news.
Fake news. I mean, we gotta.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold on. We gotta give a shout out to the #1 scrub hunter in AHL, John Kennedy, buddy. I love you.
Hey, can't scrub hunt if you're the scrub. Am I right?
I mean, he puts up points, I guess.
I'm gonna pull up John Kenny right now.
He won a
I
cup.
assume he's doing well. Yeah, I mean,
He won a cup, man.
Yeah.
Give him credit. He won a cup.
No,
Yeah.
mad props for that. This season is a little rough for him. 6-5-2.
Yeah. Griffins aren't looking great.
Fifth-
he's doing fine. I'm talking about the team in general. It's not looking great.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of takeaways though. He's doing that whole L2 thing down below the net.
I mean,
Let's see.
he's got a lot of takeaways or giveaways.
Or giveaways, I should say. He's
Okay,
a
I'll say takeaways,
he's a minus 123 on the takeaway giveaway.
See, giveaways as a forward, it's not that big of a deal. You're trying to create something. It's where the defense.
I would argue that it's a skewed stat for defense too.
Yeah, it's a stat that's just there. If you see something out, like if you're getting 35 a game, you're probably doing something wrong.
Well, maybe the takeaways are more of the.
There you go.
Stat then.
There you go. Yeah. I agree with that statement. 100%. Well, because if you're the D pair, you're the guy who's bringing it out. You're going to give it away.
Well, also the giveaways, man. Like you can dump the puck in, and they're going to count it as a giveaway sometimes.
Yeah.
So, it's just what it is. It's like block shots. You only get credit for a block shot if you hit L1 or spam L1 R1. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic fail. So so thank everybody. Welcome Paul to the show. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. Next week we will be talking All Stars, and hopefully we'll have a power rankings to work with. But as far as that goes, I thank both of you guys for being here, and I don't really have anything else to add. Sunshine?
No, man, good show. I like it.
All right, thanks.
Oh, man, we're gonna get it fired up here, so stay tuned. Next week's even gonna be even better.
Stay tuned. We're gonna get some hot stuff. I'm working on graphics for the stream, so we'll get there. I'm doing it myself, so big old Ripola.
So give it about 4 to 5 weeks for it to be ready.
With my
4 to 5 weeks and a big D man in the penalty box.
Hey, I got beer in there. That's all I care about.
I thought it was for the hot chick in the back.
No, I got beer. Screw the hot chick. I'm all about the beer.
Oh, okay.
A man's got to have priorities.
Yep. All right. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we shall see you boys next week.
Good.